ultimately what we want is for you to be able to go in and check some issues on this specific part. So I just applied a change. So if you look down to your left, you'll be able to actually see an issue that we called out.
This is crazy.
Then you can see what it might feel like to try and get down there and access it. And,
this pipe.
And you might be able to identify some issues like constraint issues or problems with parts getting in the way.
This is crazy. I'm sorry, I'm just tripping out.
Yeah, no, you're fine. And
so what am I supposed to be doing?
So ultimately, you're trying to identify issues or problems that an operator or someone on the assembly line might have if they're trying to access that pipe.
Okay.
So, you know, you might see like there's some components that could be getting in the way possibly for someone to do the job, right?
This.
So, okay, yep, exactly. So like you could point at the parts, touch them, and identify that that's one that you want to take out. So what I'll do is I'll apply a change here.
Oh, I understand now.
So now, without those parts,
I understand it.
now you should be able to get in there easier, right?
Oh, absolutely. So it identified something that could be obstructing the assembler from reaching
right, or it could
point.
be a safety issue. Like if someone tried to pull that pipe out with that one component in the way, they could end up cutting themselves. You know?
Absolutely.
So
Understood.
that's something that might not be understood unless you're in the virtual reality or you have the physical model in front of you. So this allows you to do some digital verification before you need to get like an actual prototype.
To foresee problems.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
so it saves
understood.
You time, allows for another step in the design review process.
Okay, that
really.
is so cool.
And so this next demo here, I'm going to do, it's going to be like a tooling check. So you're going to have a couple tools that will actually give you a controller, and you'll be able to identify which tool can be used for the job here.
Okay, I'm ready.
So give me 1 second. I'm going to put you in a new position.
This is wild.
Okay.
Okay.
And now,
I see something totally different now.
And now we're going to give you a tool. So give her the right controller. Yep.
I see this, yes.
I'm going to take that off.
Oh, you're actually giving me this? Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so here.
Grab the one that's an actual tool.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, this is wild.
So now there's another call out there that says,
it says verify tooling. Okay.
So what you're going to try and do is try and identify. I'm actually going to give you another tool, and then you'll be able to check between these two. Which one would you want to use? You might want to switch hands real quick.
Okay, so like this.
Yep.
This is crazy.
So now
I love this thing.
Do you want to use the power drill to get those, or the wrench? You know, which one would be better?
Probably this, the wrench.
Probably the wrench, right?
And actually, when it's giving me a green circle, but it's vibrating slightly.
Yes, it's giving. So what we have going on in the background is some dynamic collision detection.
Okay.
So ultimately, you can do that so that the user knows when the hand model, in this case, it's actually the tool, when it's colliding with a part on the model itself.
Oh.
So it's kind of like you've played Operation, you know.
Yeah.
So it gives you some kind of feedback. So that's one improvement when you actually have the controller, is you get that haptic feedback. It shakes the controller.
So what would happen if I say I'm going to use this one instead? Can I try it?
Yeah, exactly. So you can try it. Try and get in there, see if there's any angle that allows you to get in there and get that bolt.
That's a no, right?
Right. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. But on this one, so I'm going to apply a different change here. Let's do...
Oh, this is neat.
So now, if you try that, let's see. Let's do that to be the right. There you go. So try that one out. Switch hands. You might have to switch hands there.
Okay, here we go.
So now it changed, and now you're trying to access the upper bolts.
Access the upper. Verify tooling. Is that a yes or a no?
So it's almost, so you can kind of see in VR, if you like look at it from an angle, you can tell that it's probably going to be a little bit tricky with that tool to get in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So
because this panel is in the way.
Right, exactly. So in order to get around that, we would take that and give you this tool. And so now it's got a longer socket, right? So now if you use a longer socket in this scenario, you should be able to, so
same tool?
now be able to get in there. Yep.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. See, so now it's not really colliding.
Yes, I see what you mean. That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah. So that's ultimately just a brief overview of what you can do in there.